I wanted a butt. Not gonna lie. Hey guys, I'm Berenger. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm talking all about weight gain. In a recent vlog, I talked a little bit about my weight gain, how I was feeling. You guys seemed really interested in that. I got a bunch of DMs, a bunch of comments, questions. So I wanted to make a whole video on it, talk about my experience, everything I've gone through. I've broken this down into a couple sections. I have why I gained weight, how I gained the weight, how I stayed comfortable gaining the weight, and some of the effects on my body. I'm really excited about this video. I definitely feel called to film this video right now. I'm here to share my experience with you guys. I have all of my notes on my phone. I have a little coffee, so definitely grab yourself a coffee. We're gonna have a chat. I'm diving deep. So if you wanna know a little bit more about my weight gain experience, just keep watching. Little disclaimers. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a therapist. Definitely if you are on a similar journey and you want to seek out professional opinions, go find those opinions. This is just my experience. I want you to take my experience with a grain of salt, maybe learn a couple things. A little bit of backstory, I grew up dancing ballet. You guys can see my whole health journey video where I explain all of that, but up until about May, I was very underweight. I had the ballet mentality of always wanting to be small, be lean. I was definitely under-fueling myself. I was on my health journey, I was eating healthy, but I wasn't fueling enough, I wasn't fueling correctly. I didn't have a great relationship with food or my body. Mentally was not in a great place. Let's get into why I gained weight. First things first, I was underweight. I danced ballet my whole life. Even after I danced ballet, I still wanted to be small. I thought I liked how it looked, but I don't think my body was made for that. I don't think my body was made to be super small. I put a sense of accomplishment behind being super small. I think it was because it was something I could control. Once the excitement of that, the romanticization of that kind of ended and the effects of it started to become more prevalent, is when I realized I need to gain some weight. I was never in a good mood. I started to feel really upset that I couldn't be my best version of myself for the people around me. All of those things adding up brought me to gaining weight, needing to gain weight, wanting to gain weight. So I'm gonna share with you how I personally gained weight. First thing I needed to do to gain weight was find a why. I had a why for being small. I needed to find that why for being healthy. Some of those things were having more energy. I wanted to have more energy. I wanted to be more inspired. I wanted to be a happier person, in a better mood. I wanted a butt. Not gonna lie, I was tired of my flat butt. Which there's nothing wrong with flat butts, but just for me, I was tired of it. I had done it for too long. With that, finding my why, I had to change my mindset. I had to go from romanticizing that ballet lifestyle, that skinny lifestyle, those pins I would pin on Pinterest, and start romanticizing a healthy body, or a body that was healthier for me. Because I'm sure a small body is healthy for a lot of people, but for me, I can see it in my family, I can see it in my genetics. I'm not made to be where I was. I got rid of all of that toxic social media that wasn't helping me, unfollowed the models, unfollowed the ballet dancers, unfollowed diet culture accounts. I started following body positivity accounts, people who were living a fit, healthy, balanced lifestyle. I started romanticizing a curvier body. I started romanticizing a healthier body. I started romanticizing having more energy, being inspired. Next up, I knew it wasn't gonna be comfortable trying to gain weight. I knew it was gonna be difficult because I was under fueling for so long that fueling correctly was gonna be different. It was gonna be almost foreign. I started eating more frequently. Instead of having 3 meals a day, I had multiple meals with multiple snacks. If I ate too much at once, I would feel overly full. So spreading out my calories, even though I didn't count calories at all, spreading out my volume, my foods throughout the day made it a lot easier, mentally and physically. Foods that really helped were plant-based foods. I've been eating plant-based foods for the past couple years, and I knew continuing to do that would help make the whole process more comfortable. It wouldn't overwhelm me, because I knew if I would get overwhelmed, I would fall back on having control over my food, having control over my body. So not being overwhelmed, keeping myself comfortable, which I'll talk a little bit more later on, was essential for me. Some things that really helped me were more calorie dense foods. I ate things like quinoa, chickpeas, nut butters, more dense smoothies. I had fun making new plant-based things that maybe I wouldn't have before. I integrated my favorite foods into my lifestyle, stuff that I thought I couldn't have before, like avocado toast, pizza. I made them more whole food based so that I wouldn't get overwhelmed, so I would still feel good after eating them, knowing I was nourishing my body with good foods. So if you have a favorite food that you've been depriving yourself of, you don't feel like you can have, I suggest making a healthier version. I did this with pizza, made healthier pizzas. I did this with avocado toast. I found bread that really served me, that made me feel good after eating it, because I knew if I was eating foods that made me feel gross after, I would feel gross. I added more proteins. I used to never have a protein shake. I haven't had a protein shake up until the past couple of months, and it's like my new favorite thing. So I added protein shakes into my diet. Just little simple things here and there that added to what I was eating. And once again, I was getting excited about it. I was pinning things on Pinterest. I have a whole board called Foodspo that really helped me. Another thing I did was I loosely followed food combining. Food combining is a way of eating that optimizes digestion, helps prevent bloating. So I would try to eat in that way so that I wouldn't experience a lot of discomfort. And if I was going to get bloated, if I was going to get a little bit uncomfortable, if I was going to pack more calories in me, I would do it at night so that I could just go to bed, sleep, not think about it. And even though it was difficult, I tried to have fun while I was doing this. I tried to make cooking healthy foods fun. I tried to make it therapeutic. I worked my ass off to keep my mindset in a good place. Always doing those positive affirmations. I did a lot of research on this, and a lot of people said if you are trying to gain weight, stop exercising. Don't exercise, don't move as much. And obviously if you're not moving as much, if you're not exerting as many calories, you will gain weight. That wasn't an option for me. I knew that if I stopped working out, if I stopped being physically fit, I would be uncomfortable. I wouldn't feel good. I wouldn't feel fit, which is what I wanted to be. I wanted to be fit. I wanted to be strong mentally and physically. So I definitely was running myself into the ground with my workouts before. I learned to find workouts that really served me, that really made me feel good. I've implemented Pilates, so much Pilates into my fitness routine, because I found that that really served my body. I really love doing those things. That way of moving really made me feel comfortable in myself. It empowered me. Things I was doing before was light weightlifting, things that made me feel stuck, cramped up, and I just wanted something that was really long, lengthening. People I watch are Tasha Franken, Melissa Wood Health, Move with Nicole. Those are my 3 favorites right now. Along with that, I started running. Running has been amazing. For the body, it's been great, but mostly for the mind. I feel like running is 80% mental, 20% physical. So a couple times a week I'll run, and it has really brought a whole appreciation for having more energy, being able to celebrate what your body can do. I also have to shout out Kirsty Gatso. Kirsty Gatso has some of my favorite workouts right now on the Nike training app. Her workouts are kind of cardio strength based, but something I could not do before because I didn't have enough energy for it. I was so physically and mentally drained that once I started fueling properly, once I started feeling a little bit better, being able to do a workout like that, really celebrate what my body was capable of, was amazing. It was really freeing. It was exciting. Next up, I'm gonna talk to you about how I stayed comfortable while I did this. Because like I said, I knew that if I wasn't comfortable in my own body, if I was overwhelmed, it would be over. I wouldn't be able to do it. It definitely, in the beginning, feels like you're swimming upstream. It feels like everything is pressing against you, your old mindset, cultural standards. Everything is just telling you to not do it. And a couple things helped me maneuver my way past that. First thing was meditation. I am not one that meditates all the time. Meditation during my weight gain journey has been amazing, has been magical. I just look up guided meditations on YouTube. I really use those to get out of my own head. If I ate a meal and I was thinking about everything I just ate, I would go and do a meditation. I would look up things like manifesting meditations, calming meditations, surrendering meditation. Surrendering is difficult but essential in this. Basically, you're surrendering your body, letting your body do what it's supposed to. Meditation helped me get out of my own head, helped me get out of my own way. Next up, I journaled. I journaled every night just about the things that were happening throughout the day. More times than not, I would journal about the struggles I would have in the day, and writing them out, I would realize that they weren't as difficult as I was making them out to be. It wasn't as big of a deal as I thought it was in my head. I found that taking those thoughts, those words out of my head, giving them a new home, maybe you can visit them some other time, was essential for me. Next, I unfollowed all of those toxic accounts, all of that media, all of that content that didn't make me feel good. I couldn't be consuming content that made me feel like shit, that made me feel gross. It can be difficult, but getting rid of those accounts, getting rid of those ideas gave me a lot of clarity on what I really wanted, on what I was really meant to be doing. Next thing, which was what I was talking about in the vlog, was getting rid of the clothes that didn't fit me anymore. It can be so mentally difficult. Probably one of the most mentally difficult things was seeing those clothes look different on you. Seeing those clothes that were made for a smaller person be too small on you. It can do a lot. So I went to thrift stores, got new clothes. I went and bought myself new clothes. There's options. I knew that if I went throughout my day wearing a pair of shorts that once fit me and no longer did, it was all I was gonna be thinking about. Because it's there physically, you can feel it. And that was something I wasn't about. I was trying to stay comfy in my own body. Lastly, I found rituals. I found rituals that really helped me. Something is my morning routine. I'd get up, drink my lemon water, and read. It kind of brought me into my own mindful little space. Next up, meditation. I didn't really make a routine of it, but it was a ritual that I could fall back on, that I could look to really help me get out of my own head, really help me become clear on what I was doing, revisit my why. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the effects that weight gain has had on my body. I think the number one thing is my overall energy. I have so much more energy. It's insane. I was able to give more of myself to things that I wanted to do. I was able to focus more on my goals and just be a better person for the people around me, have more energy to do things with people around me. To go along with that, my mood is 2000% better. I'm so much more excited to interact with others. Like I said, I'm much more motivated. My goals are bigger. My moves are bigger. I feel more empowered. I have a new love for myself and my body and my butt. I would always watch videos of girls who had gained weight, of girls who talked about weight gain, and they said that they had a new love for their body, a new love for the skin that they were in. I put being small, lean on a pedestal. I thought that wouldn't be the same for me. That's not what I would feel. It is what I feel. I have a newfound confidence. I have a new love for the food I'm making. I feel like I am so at peace with the food that I have, with the food that I nourish my body with. It's not easy all the time. I, of course, have rough days, but with the tools that I've gathered on this journey, it's been so much easier. And the last thing I wrote down on my little notes was being smaller, being leaner than what I was meant to be was fun until it wasn't. Until it affected what I was doing, how I was interacting with people, how I was interacting with myself. I had to experience those things to be able to make a change. And it was difficult, but it was 20,000% worth it, because now I feel like I have so many tools, so much insight, so much perspective. I have so much perspective that I can tell you, really listening to myself, trusting in my body, trusting that what was for me would be for me. It was all worth it. I think that's all I have for you guys. That's how I gained weight. I feel like the person I am now, the thoughts I have now, the insight, the perspective, the body, the personality is what's made for me. I hope this guys helped you in some way. I hope you learned something. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. If you guys liked the video, definitely leave it a like. It really supports my channel. If you want to see more content from me, I'll link all my socials down below. I'm always posting. And you can subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. I'm sending you all of my good energy, amazing energy, and peace out.